this warm-up, we're doing jumping jacks, push-ups, body weight squats, and sit-ups. We're going to do a demonstration of about 2 reps of each one. Push-ups here. And your modified push-ups from the knees. For your squats, what you want to do, you want to make sure your weight is on your heels. You want to push the hips back and sit down to the ground here. Come back up. Same movement. Now, if you can't get all the way down, you want to go as far as you can go. That's with a comfortable range. So if you only get here, that's where you go until you build up that range so you can go deeper. And now sit-ups. And again with that, if you can't do a full sit-up, crunch up until you work on that full range of motion. Okay, we're going to go into our first superset of deadlifts and forward lunges. Depending on what your terminology is, you may call it a superset or a compound set. First, we're going to start with the deadlifts. Deadlifts, you want to go here. With this one, there are 2 different versions. You can go stiff-legged or Romanian. We're going to do the Romanian deadlift, where you can have a slight bend at the knee. Big thing with this one, you want to keep your back flat, chest up, and you want to keep your head up as well. So this is our motion here. Obviously, you have a barbell. The range of motion is going to be a little bit different because you have larger weight plates on it, but the motion overall is still the same. So we'll go into our lunges now. Big thing about the lunges, remember, you're not trying to bang your knee into the ground. If you touch the ground with your knee, you want to make sure you touch it in a light fashion. Our next superset is dumbbell bench press and dumbbell bicep curl. Core, we're going to do planks, side bridges, and Russian twists. So for the plank, we have 2 positions that we can be in. We can be in the first, the one that a lot of people know is the one from your elbows. We can go what's called, in military terms, the front leaning rest position, or the top portion of the push-up position. I'll show you both positions here. Front leaning rest position for the plank. And the normal position that everybody else knows for the most part. Big thing with the plank, you want to make sure you're in a straight line, like a plank from your head to your heel. Next one is our side bridge. Big thing with the side bridge. With your shoulder, you don't want to have it out here or have it tucked up under you because you add extra stress to the shoulder. You want to make sure that it's lined up from your elbow to your shoulder in a straight line so you minimize the amount of stress and you give yourself a great base to be on. Next thing with your feet, you can have them at different positions here, stack them. I'll go stack and I'll show you another modification. So if you can't hold this position, you'll be able to do it, accomplish this movement to some variation. Here's the modification. You bend your knees, straight line from your head to your heel. From your head to your knee, and bend your knees. And you do that for both sides, left and right. And Russian twist. Russian twist. You can go feet down, feet up, legs extended. Always want to have a slight bend. Rotate and touch. Want to look where you're trying to touch. Rotate to the other side. Okay, so now we're going to go over our recovery exercises. We're going to go over hanging hams, supine knee pull, nail to hip flexor stretch, the Saigon squat, chest stretch, tricep stretch, and your bicep stretch. So we start with your hanging hams. All it is a stretch to stretch the hamstring. What you're going to do, take one foot and put it over the other, side by side, and just hang straight down the middle. You want to relax so you get a deep stretch here. And the hamstring, the front leg will push back into the front leg to add to that stretch. And you want to complete that once for about 15 to 30 seconds for each side. Next was the supine knee pull. Lay flat on your back here. Bring one knee to your chest. You want to kind of get it here, around the knee, and pull forward, pull down towards your chest, so you get a deep stretch in the groin and the hamstring area. You can play with the angles to get a better stretch for different parts of the leg. And again, repeat to the other side. Next is the kneeling hip flexor stretch. It's just like a lunge, except you're going to kind of push forward here to exaggerate the stretch here. And you want to kind of rotate that hip a little bit if you can to play around with how deep you want to get in here to stretch this hip flexor out. And again, you repeat it to the other side for about 15 to 30 seconds or however long you hold the stretches for. Next one is the side down squat. That's just an exaggerated, like a sumo squat here. Feet wide, come down here. You want to press your elbows into your knees to get a deep stretch within the groin here. And chest stretch for the doorway. We don't have a doorway here, but all you're going to do, hand about 90 degrees here, or extend it here. Find a doorway in your lane through. You want to keep one foot back to kind of keep your base. If you can go both feet back, that's great. And you just stretch, it opens up the chest, sometimes the bicep and that shoulder area. And overhead tricep stretch. And we go overhead here. Other hand, pull that elbow. You'll get a stretch in that tricep. You don't want to lean here. Well, if you lean here, you'll get a stretch in the oblique here. So that's kind of good. But if you're focusing on the tricep, you want to focus and keep it here. Again, repeat it to the other side. And bicep stretch. We're going to go what we call the arm bar. The arm bar, you can do it against the wall, or you can do it here on, if you have an edge or something to grab onto. I'll show you how to do it from here. So what you're going to do, grab your apparatus here or your wall here. Keep it in line with your shoulder. Go forward to where you get a good stretch and kind of roll back towards your hand so you get a deep stretch. You'll feel it in the chest, the bicep, and in the shoulder. And again,